Look, if I'm gonna spend 17 minutes bashing Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them basically solely on their plot and not so good character development, I feel like I should do the same for Robin Hood, but it's almost 12:30 at the moment, and it's been a long day, so no. Yeah, the first of the three I went to go see. I figured I might as well get the worst one out of the way, and with 14% Rotten Tomatoes, I don't think it's that bad, but yeah. This is basically last year's King Arthur, just, for Robin Hood. Though I will say this is drastically better than the King Arthur from last year. This one, it's bad, but much of the same way that Fantastic Beasts was just a convoluted set of scenes and characters talking to each other with nothing getting set up or nothing actually happening. This one, there was plot, stuff was happening, it just did not make any sense. We start off with a war scene where I feel like they should all have M16s and AK-47s instead of bows. Because literally, they're wearing freaking urban camouflage like they're from the U.S. military. The freaking, the Arabics are wearing full-on dashiki and shasabs, all the stuff, which, makes sense for the characters, but granted, for the time period they were fighting in, they actually, if we're dealing with the Crusades, especially the third one, they were doing more Ottomans and then all this other stuff, and it was just, don't watch extra credit before going to go see these movies. You'll get a headache. But, yeah. Here's the thing. I've seen many incarnations of Robin Hood. I've seen the Men in Tights version. I've seen the original Prince of Thieves. I've seen the Russell Crowe one. And my favorite is still the Robin Hood from Disney, where they're all anthropomorphic animals. Except for that weird scene where they have the follow the kids for like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know. Just seems random in that movie, but meh, it happens. They wanted to pad the time, and this one you could tell the beginning was solely made to pad the time, and this basically reads like alternate universe Robin Hood or Robin Hood fan fiction because, there's not exactly as much lore to it as like one would be with King Arthur, but the legend kinda keeps some stuff, the same. You got him, you got Little John, you got Maid Marian, you got Friar Tuck. Usually there's Thomas, there's Will. I think Will's one of the other constant reoccurring one. I know Thomas is, but Will, maybe. Still, yeah, this is just... I enjoyed the action scenes. Some of them, they were actually well shot, well paced. But it seems like there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't seem to connect. Robin Hood is trying to be Arrow from the first season of Arrow, or Batman because he's got the dual... Nope. Let's take credit. He's just Arrow. Somebody saw the first season of Arrow and said, hey, let's make that a Robin Hood movie and see how that works. Guess what? It doesn't. And, yeah... for what they were supposed to be playing, they were kind of okay for the most part, but really, it wasn't that much. And the constant thing of the whole church and, religion gets... Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, 12:30. Now 12:34. But you kind of get this feeling of just them making fun of the church, the whole duality between God. Is there a God? Greatest fear is when the church made hell, which can be one of the reasons this movie's getting a lot of hate. They're not wrong in the sense that back in the day, the Crusades were heavily based upon the religion to the point where one man led an entire militia of freaking peasants from, I think it was like the edge of France all the way to Constantinople. Yeah. Didn't go well for those people. Didn't go well for the Hungarian Empire, or Hungarian Kingdom. That was before it. A lot of ransacking was involved there. And just chaos. But there's a side plot where they're sending stuff to the Arabic kingdoms, but they're sending money to the Earls. It seems like a coup d'etat of some sort. I'm like, why is this here? You really don't need this to be here. Say what you will about the original Russell Crowe film. They at least made Robin Hood kind of what they wanted him to be. But, yeah, he was a Captain Archer, not much there. This is going to be a really short one, guys. I'm sorry, but it's not much to talk about. It's just bad, decent action scenes from one to another. They do have a flowing shot, which I appreciate when it can do stuff in just one sweeping shot, which is nice, but then they go back to the fast editing and it just takes you out of the moment. It's just non-stop action, action, action. At least in something like Expendables, they mix up the action. You got maybe a fight scene here with fists. You got a straight up shoot 'em up scene. You maybe got like a cover fire scene. You got just a knife scene to some regard. And heck, even a freaking wrestling move. But that's Expendables, and at the very least they separate that with some talking, setting up some characters, setting up their backstories. You get what you can. Here, not much. We spend most of our time with Rob and or apparently translated in English that means John. I'm not sure if that is what it is, but it's a running joke, so yeah, because in this movie John is one of the big warriors that travels back with Robin Hood, and just I was kind of getting a what's it called Men in Tights flashback, where it's achoo and he's looking for his son, I sneeze. Oh, no, I sneeze looking for his son, achoo. Much rather prefer to watch that movie over this one, but I guess at the end of the day, final thoughts. Nah. This thing's kind of bad, guys. Like, it wasn't even something I could get, like, mad at bad. It was like one of those, like, what? I see what you were trying to do, but get some substance. Get some actual plot in here that is something deep. Not the whole fight back, the revolution is on, brothers, and then just have somebody pull a full 180 at the last second just to make them the villain, like you're trying to sequel bait, and they kinda did, which makes no sense. Why? You fulfilled your goal, the stuff is happening, you already have the evidence you need, why are you trying to... With all these movies trying to get 4 sequels and everything, it's not surprising they tried this, but who knows, maybe it's just a one-off and they figured they'd be cute. But yeah, don't bother, guys. You're not missing much. If you want to watch a good Robin Hood movie, watch the 4 I previously mentioned. The one with Russell Crowe, Prince of Thieves, Men in Tights, if you want the comedy. Or my personal favorite, once again, the Robin Hood from Disney, where they're all the animals from the 1970s or something like that. I forget. I think it might have even been 1960s. Anyway, fact is, go see those. Don't bother seeing this. If it's on TNT or something, maybe. Even that, like I said, guys, there's much better versions of the Robin Hood out there. So, yeah, not a good start for these 3, and still somehow Instant Family is number 2 on the list out of 4. I'm actually curious to see where this ends up by the end, but, yeah, that's me. So, tomorrow, I should be at Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. Need I forget that's what it is? Jeez. Hopefully that'll be better than this. And judging from the other reviews I've seen, I haven't read them yet, but judging by the scores, it looks like it's going to be better than this. So, anyway, guys, as always, I'm Kevin Riley signing off, and I'll see you all next time. Later.